Cameras keep glitching.
Look who decided to grace us with his presence.
I texted.
No, Rand, I'm talking about Jesus. You texted him?
I was like, potato chip, where you at?
Why did you ruin it?
Because I can. That and I had done it when before I had asked you.
Got it. Kelsey, I swear to God, just bailing everyone out.
Can't help it, man.
I mean, even if he didn't tell him, and let's say he just stood there the entire episode, he said, "Yeah, I knew you started without me," so he'd just say some bullshit that's not true.
Yeah. It was just maximum facts. What's up, Randall? Oh. There's that. And let me put this on vibrate like a professional. Yes, I was sick Friday.
How'd you get sick? Was it me?
I didn't get what you got. Because remember, you sounded like you were going to cough up your intestines. I didn't have that.
I was just wondering because I was, I specifically made sure I stayed away from everyone, so.
Well, you touched things in the house.
I made sure that I didn't do that either. Like, whenever I would touch the door handles, I would use napkins.
I mean, even when you're breathing, it comes out of your nose.
Okay.
Like, there's no... And then when you fart as well, apparently. And I dare you to hear recorded say that you don't fart. I dare you.
I had no intentions on saying I don't fart.
Just in case, Randall, because I know how you be.
Okay.
So what you do over the weekend, Randall? I didn't even start the show yet. Hold on, I'm sorry. This is the ADLR Podcast, episode 77. You can go to patreon.com/ADLRplays for the one-stop shop of all my content. Yeah, Discord is shitting the bed right now.
I can see that. Like, every time I look away, all the cameras start doing this.
Let me swap to US South.
Are we back?
Let's see. Hopefully that'll keep up. We'll see what happens. The hell am I talking about?
You're doing your intro.
Yeah. From there, you can go to Extra Life, where you can donate to the Arnold Palmer Hospital for Children. There's also a section for fan mail that you can go to. And if there you guys request, submit any fan mail, we'll read it out here on the episode. Well, I mean, the cutoff time is 7 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday, so if you submit something now, as of this, recording, it'll come up in that next episode. Oh my gosh, we didn't do much. From the huge load that we busted out last week to this list, it looks like we did absolutely nothing. Because
some weeks just like, I mean, you gotta also think that it was like 3-4 weeks since we had our last
recording about like the podcast of.
I mean, this is pretty typical for like a week's time. There might be like weeks where somebody will go, yeah, we're gonna watch like 6 movies this weekend, and then have those to talk about. But a small list is pretty general or pretty average for a week's time.
I mean, there's also no news. It's January, so.
Oh yeah, I wanted to look up the gamer news, make sure I didn't miss anything aside from what Bryant sent me. That disappointing shit.
Yeah, okay. I guess I don't know what we're gonna get into. I want to find out what Randall was doing, because I wasn't with Randall all weekend. So I hope his answer is just beating it for 24 hours.
Plenty of fish, man. Him and his Brazzers channel taking off.
You talking about you want to know what I did this weekend, right?
Yes, sir. That's exactly what I asked you.
I love this show. Anthony forgets to start it. Bryant likes to eat into the mic. Randall shows
Brian,
up late.
Please.
Don't what?
Because he said eat in the mic, and I saw you reaching for something.
He
So
finished his cereal. He's done.
I thought you were just gonna purposely grab a cup of cereal and just crunchitize me, Captain.
I was honestly waiting for him to then take the bottle and do that, like. Yeah,
or the fucking yogurt container.
No, just cereal.
Well, Randall, how long were the strokes?
So I went to go see
Underwater.
So I basically watched some movies this weekend, and I didn't really.
Keep talking.
I really didn't do anything other than that. I decided to kind of take a lazy weekend to think about some stuff.
Ponder about life.
Not so much about life, but I guess that falls under the same category. But more so about some changes that I want to make for myself.
Oh, new year, new Randall?
I mean, I don't know if it has anything to do with the new year, because I was thinking about this stuff in December and November. And, I kind of was thinking about it all last year, but as the year narrowed down, I started thinking about it more and more.
Okay.
So,
are these things you're going to share this, or are you just generalizing?
Well,
story?
One of the things that I wanted to do is it has to do with self-care, self-love type thing.
Okay.
So basically, start taking way better care of myself. Like, I was just thinking about like how I used to be when I was in high school, how I used to like be on top of how I dress, how I look, my health, staying in shape, all that, like just being positive overall. And I want to get back to that and possibly like build upon it, especially since I'm getting older. So I don't want to have a lot of mental stress. I don't want to worry about things.
Well, you're an adult, so you can't avoid that.
What? Well, I said I don't want to have a lot of mental stress.
Oh, okay.
I know that stress is inevitable, but just try to like keep a hold on it. But more so, it has more so to do with the fact that I want to take better care of myself, like health wise, and like really get back to like how I was when I was in high school. Like actually caring about how I look and stuff like that. And then there was other stuff like the other usual goals, like my business taking off, my clothing line is taking off, my media business taking off, trying to work towards getting to a point where I can just do that full time and work for myself. Figure out the steps that I need to take in order to get those things accomplished. I think I mentioned in the last podcast about how like I want to create a piece of art
every month. You already start this month?
Yeah, I did.
You gonna premiere it on here?
Yeah, that was my plan. My plan is to premiere stuff when it's done on here, and
so what I'm hearing is you're not gonna stream it.
Dang, can you just wait? I was gonna set up for it when he was done. I'll be like, you heard it here first. This year, Randall's streaming on a monthly basis.
Well, I'm not going to stream for the simple fact that I want to edit my videos. So, I have like a gift card. I have 2 gift cards actually that I got from work that I'm going to use to buy a camera, and I'm going to start making videos, but I'm not going to stream them because, like I said, I want to edit, so I want to add some extra stuff to it or whatever that you can't do, live. So I said health, I said business, I said art.
But did you say, ooh, you're blinded by the light?
Randall, if you want to get back in shape, you should move up here and take Croft with me. I'm looking for a roommate.
Nah, I'm good.
Plus, Alyssa's up here.
There you go.
I am not interested in that woman, man.
Lies.
It's no lies. It's no lies.
It's a lie.
That's something that's in the back of my mind too, is the whole being single. I think I'm gonna do something in reverse or the opposite of what I've been doing. Like this whole time I've been like, I went from consciously thinking about it all the time and talking to other people about it and being upset or however you want to say it about it too. Like I'm just gonna try to not think about it at all and like completely it not be a focus of mine. So, and I've never actually done that before. So I'm thinking that I want to take this opportunity to focus on myself, make myself happy, find out things that make me happy, and just try to sustain that. And if someone comes along, that's cool. I mean, I imagine that something might happen, because usually when you're not looking, that's when that's the saying anyway. Is when you're not looking, that's when someone shows up, or just the simple fact that I'm improving upon myself. Like I would imagine that I would exude way more positive energy, and positive energy is very attractive. Like not just like to women, but people in general like being around a positive person. So I would imagine that might change some things, but I'm not going to focus on it. But that's pretty much what I thought about this weekend. And before we got on, I was looking at vision boards.
So what are vision boards?
So vision boards are basically I guess the best way I can explain is like a collage that you make of images that represent what your goals are. And the whole point of a vision board is that it's supposed to attack your subconscious, because supposedly studies show that your subconscious is stronger than your conscious. And usually people who work towards the vision board are highly successful as far as achieving their goals, because you have a visible representation of what it is that you're trying to achieve, rather than it's like, I want to own a house, or I want to buy a car. You have like you specifically say, I want this type of house that looks like this, that has this, or I want this type of car, or I want to be this type of person. I want to be more loving. I want to be more passionate towards people. I want to be a great friend, or I want to be a great husband, or I want to be a so on and so forth. So it's like a visual thing. So I'm gonna try it out and see if it works. Supposedly everyone says it works. Even Oprah Winfrey used to use them. So we'll see.
All right. Cobra says that you're also streaming this year, so everybody knows you're streaming, Randall. So I don't know why you continue to push
gotta
it
stop
away.
lying to yourself.
I hope
it's
no
one of the
one's
first
holding
steps
it.
to getting a girlfriend.
I hope no one's holding their breath.
Randall, I've been holding my breath since '96.
Strong lungs.
You know what? I could have just used that as a transition to 1917.
Why didn't you?
As soon as it said 60, I'm like, I can't bring it back anymore. I said 1960, and I couldn't bring it to 17. But you were talking about underwater, by the way.
Oh, so underwater was actually good. I was surprised. I went in there thinking, so my mindset was, this movie is probably going to be mediocre with some good points or good action or good dialogue, like here and there, sprinkled here and there.
Okay.
But it actually ended up being a good movie. Now, it's not a blockbuster movie. It's not like, A Beautiful Mind or The First Pacific Rim or something like that.
A Beautiful Mind is not a blockbuster.
You didn't like A Beautiful Mind?
Beautiful
Blockbuster's
Mind
not.
was amazing.
It's not.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That's not what a blockbuster is. A blockbusters are action movies like Michael Bay movies and action flicks like The Fast and those are blockbuster movies.
I would assume any movie that made a lot of money in the box office is a blockbuster. And The Beautiful Mind made a lot of money.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not what I. Okay, go ahead.
But what was I saying? Oh, so the movie stars Kristen Stewart. Yeah.
They're all engineers or something that on a base somewhere in the middle of the ocean, right?
So they are 30,000 miles away from land, and they are 7 miles down. It starts out with Kristen Stewart. I think it's a group of 6. They are all part of some. They don't really go into why they're drilling. It's just that it's a team that's drilling in the ocean. I can't remember if it's the Atlantic or what ocean it was, but anyway, basically they're drilling. They're part of a team that's been drilling. They've been down there for months, and what happens is the structure has like a cave-in, and if you're like really far down below sea level, there's a pressure difference.
Okay.
So like the pressure is so different that if it's not balanced out by the suits or whatever compartment that you're in, if the levels of the pressure is not balanced out for your body or whatever, you would immediately implode.
Oh my God.
Sounds awesome.
From the outside, maybe.
So that's one issue. And then the structure is breaking down. They don't know why in the beginning of the movie. It just like from the rip. She's brushing her teeth. She actually does something that I do what I thought was pretty cool. Was like she saw like a spider and it was in a sink and she was about to turn the water on to like flush it down the drain, but instead she got like a piece of paper and helped it crawl out, because every time it would try to crawl out, it would slide down. And she would like get a piece of paper so that it would crawl on the paper, and then she put it on the wall so it could crawl up the wall or whatever. And as it's crawling up the wall, then all of a sudden the structure shakes, and of course the light flickers and all that stuff like that.
You see, that lesson learned. Don't help spiders. That's if she wouldn't let it drown there, none of that would have happened.
Okay. So she, like I said, she was brushing her teeth at this moment. She goes into the hallway and she's looking around. All of a sudden, you see like the hallway that's in the foreground of her shot. The walls start busting through like one after another. Water is just coming in.
Okay.
So she's now running at this point, trying to get to a section where she can like lock off that section or block off the section so that it doesn't filter into the rest of the structure. And along the way, I think it's how many people? Well, I'm gonna say one guy finds her, and now they're both running. But then when they get to the part where they're trying to close the thing, they see people running towards where they're at. But the things is just collapsing so fast, and he's like, "We need to close the door now." And she's trying to hold it open for the last second so that they can get in, but it's clear that they're not going to make it. So she ends up closing the door,
and they end up dead.
Yeah, they end up dying.
They dead.
But
dead.
Basically, the movie is about them trying to get to the surface.
Okay.
And they encounter, of course, like I said, the issue with the pressure issue, and I mean, they're like 7 miles beneath sea level, so it's really dark. And they have to, because the structure has taken so much damage, they have to actually walk on the seafloor and try to get to this one section or whatever. But newsflash or plot twist, they're monsters, but they're not monsters. They're like
they're baby monsters.
They're like if you were imagine like
Monsters Inc. monsters.
If they kept drilling like towards the core of the earth, that you would imagine that they would discover some new species. So that's what it ended up being. But obviously these species is just wrecking people
left and right.
And one of the things that I liked about the movie, as far as the quote unquote monsters, is that they shoot it old school style, where they don't show too much. They show just a little bit, just enough to get you to
be like, oh, I saw something.
Yeah, like it's like for it to be terrifying.
Yeah, just because you let your mind fill in the blanks.
Exactly. So they do that a lot.
Thank you.
Towards the end of the movie, they do show more, but it's still done in a very tasteful way.
Okay.
I liked the movie. I was not bored at any time. I would definitely watch it again.
Okay.
It was very intense, especially the parts where they're like trying to get from one part of the structure to the other, and people were getting taken out, and it's like when they do the thing where like it looks like someone's getting ready to die, but they don't die, but they, in the least expected time, someone dies.
That's when they die.
That's when they die.
So they show you a bunch of close ass calls, and then when you're like, they're in a safe area.
Yeah.
Mr. X comes in and punches their heart out.
Something like that. Yeah, like it was just. And another thing too that I liked about the movie is that they did not make any bad decisions.
Oh, like everything seemed logical and what they were.
Yes.
Okay.
The decisions. There was one thing that they did that I'm like, why would you do that?
And did they end up dying because of it?
But I would give them a pass because Kristen Stewart's character
said the same
was thinking. No, she was saying what I was thinking.
Got it.
Like she was like, okay, y'all need to come back now. Just come back now. Come back now. I don't like this. Just come back now. They're like doing said thing, and she's like telling them, come back now. Okay, all right, fine. We found out what we needed to find out. Come back now. But But
they're like, nah, I'm going to continue.
I mean, they eventually do. It's kind of like you have to tell them 3 times, and then it's like, okay, they start to come back. But
that's too late.
But there's something that I agree, but they, it's not ridiculous as far as like dumb, but it's like you have some people that are like that in real life that are curious.
Yeah,
it's like, what the heck is that? Why is that happening or whatever?
Scientists.
Yeah,
people, men and women of science are like that.
So
I want to know what the noises are behind that door.
Okay, no, you're on your own there. I'm talking about like, hey, we found this piece of like artifact and it's glowing. When I touch it, I'm Superman. That's, you know what I'm saying? Like that's.
But here's the thing: the time that happened, it wasn't like there's a noise over here. Let me go investigate. It's not one of those situations. It's more like we need to do said thing, but as I'm doing said thing, what the heck is this? Or what the heck is that over there? And you keep, instead of doing what you're supposed to be doing, you keep looking at whatever it is you're trying to figure out what it is. So it was like that. But yeah, man, I recommend it. I think
it has some good comedy reliefs, or is it it was like always high tension the entire time?
I can't remember that guy's name.
You're talking about the dude who's in Deadpool?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. I forgot his name.
You know what I'm talking about.
TJ Miller.
There's his name.
He's in it. He's funny in the movie too.
TJ Miller.
He's not annoying, but he's the right amount of humor.
He's got a good. He's got good like comedic dialogue.
Like the
writing, I guess.
The comedy goes. It meshes well with the tone of the movie.
Okay.
It's not like serious, and then it's this ridiculous comedy scene or whatever. It's more like,
smart ass remarks and like.
Yeah, it's like smart remarks, but it's also like you can tell like the comedy is like, we're in a really bad situation, but I'm just trying to lighten the tone so that nobody freaks out and does something stupid.
Yeah.
So it's like that type of comedy. Just to keep, you could tell he's just doing it to keep people sane,
Okay.
Or like it's a really bad situation. Trying to keep people positive, even though they know that the situation is really bad. But
so,
yeah, it was.
All in all, you recommend this to others?
Yeah, and I went on. Afterwards, I looked on Jeremy Johns and Stuckman, and they both said what I was thinking. Well, they said some stuff that I did not know. So supposedly, movies that come out in January are sucky movies.
Yeah, they're generally just trash that comes out in January.
Yeah, so studios that don't generally care about said movie usually releases a movie in January because in their eyes, it's probably not going to do that well. But they both said the same thing. They were surprised because they figured that it was going to be like a typical January movie where it's like sucky and it's mediocre or whatever. But they both said they genuinely liked the movie and they were intrigued the entire time. Like, of course there was some moments where like it's like, I don't know. It's just not like a super blockbuster movie, but it's good. I thought it was good.
Who directed this? William Eubank. What has William done before? Nothing that I have seen. He did Broken City. Okay. Where do we go from here? Kelsey, did you actually watch Homecoming?
I did actually watch Homecoming.
Okay. Well,
which Homecoming? Say the whole title.
Yeah.
It was a 2-parter by Teen Titans. It was really good.
Oh my god. All right. Well, we're moving on.
Oh man.
And I'm striking.
Wait, is he serious about the Teen Titans?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
Randall.
it is.
I have no idea.
It's a 2-part episode.
Wait, so you really didn't watch Spider-Man?
No, I watched it's titled Homecoming Part 1 and Homecoming Part 2, Teen Titans.
You would think that when he saw the title, it would remind him like, you know what? I'm supposed to watch a movie that has the same word in the title.
Or and stick with me here.
Continue
I'm
to
trying
gag.
to find as many titles that have the word homecoming in it and watch those instead of
He's gonna come back and be like, "I watched Babe Homecoming. It's the 6th movie in the series."
Is it really?
I know. I have no idea if that's even a title for the movie Babe. Probably not, right?
Doesn't look like it.
Okay, good, because I would have been really upset with myself if that was a thing. Brian, I think we can go in and talk about our iVision in Black Future 88.
Oh.
Because we should have talked about this like, what, a week ago, 2 weeks ago?
Whatever the first episode was, that's last week, right?
Yeah. I completely forgot.
Do you want to start? You
can start it, my guy. It's in your library.
Jesus Christ.
Or I'll get hyped up later when the review of the show comes up.
What the hell am I even? What are we? Black Future.
Black Future 88.
So I had a game on my wish list that was given to me on my birthday named Black Future 88. So I was at Anthony's place for one of the weekends, and we we're like, you know what? Load it up because it's co-op.
Yeah.
It's I don't know if it's considered cyberpunk, but it's like the same aesthetic as Blade Runner, like the very it's dark setting with bright and like retro neon lights, and then that kind of soundtrack.
That's cyberpunk.
Okay, so that's cyberpunk in general. I didn't know if it was like a subgenre. I don't really know what the plot of the game is besides you're supposed to kill, what is it called, the Overseer or something?
Yeah, some weird...
You're supposed to kill some big entity, but you also only have 18 minutes to live. So you're trying to... And it's a roguelike side-scroller. Like Dead
Cells.
It's not really a bullet hell. Yeah, it's like Dead Cells with guns.
Oh, wow.
It's like Contra Dead Cells.
Yeah, okay. I can agree with that.
To give 18 minutes to live, you use 2 different forms of currency. You use money or whatever it is that you pick up from like people you kill, or like for upgrades, you use your time remaining to get like perks and stuff like that. And your whole goal is just to get to this roguelike game as fast as you can, then try to get to the big baddie. The gameplay is really it's pretty fast paced.
Yeah.
There's so much like shit going on with the art style and like fighting that I literally don't know what I did the first 3 playthroughs.
So since it has a cyberpunk aesthetic, also like an 80s aesthetic, it starts off just very vibrant. But the closer we are to death, or the more curses we get put on us when we do the upgrades or we trade lives or whatever, the screen starts to like not deform, but the color starts like looking like an 80s VHS where it's like starts warping and shit.
Yeah, like the colors separate.
Yeah,
I don't know how to
like
explain
it gets.
You mean like color bleed?
Yeah, beyond bleed. It's like color moving, like off of it. It feels like you're tripping out, and then it gets
like,
worse and worse.
Like in Hotline Miami, the transitions where it's like the cyan to purple, and you see like the text doing this.
Yeah,
like for the levels, it starts looking like that.
To the point, like I'm like, yo, are we high right now? Like,
sounds like a game you should be playing while high.
I think you'll freak out. I think you'll have a bad trip.
Yeah, I genuinely don't know what I actually did the first 3 playthroughs. I was like, what the hell's going on?
It is very strenuous. I mean, it looks good because it's a very vibrant game. There's a lot of action going on, but after a while, you're like, yo, my eyes need a break.
Yeah, we played for like a couple hours, and I just felt like it was eye day at the gym or something.
But that's it. I mean, it's in early access, right?
I have no clue, to be honest.
I don't know if it was or not, but
I thought it was for the Switch.
Oh, it is? Never mind, then it's probably out.
I'm gonna guess it's out. It also has like unlockable stuff, so you get far into it. Whenever you die, you get XP for your account, and you can unlock characters and gear that you can pick up later. It's like Binding of Isaac, kind of.
And more weapons that you can find. It's like Dead Cells, where you find more weapons and items and stuff to upgrade, and you'll find to unlock it so you can find it during runs.
But also with characters.
Black Future 88, right?
Yeah, Black Future 88.
Yeah, it was released last year on November 21st.
Okay. Yeah, if they have it on Switch, then yeah, that's again like just like Dead Cells, that's a great platform to have it on, so you can quickly. You only have 18 minutes, so and it's a good one to pick up and try to run through it.
The co-op wasn't intrusive either. Like minus whenever someone goes to the door, it makes you all go through it immediately.
Yeah.
Minus that, it just didn't feel like a burden.
Like there wasn't friendly fire, so Brian was alive most of the time.
Yeah.
That's disappointing.
I think you can cause each other to fall off and stuff, but because there's some platforming depending on the room you run into. But besides that, you're pretty much helping each other. You can definitely help each other. Like if I run out of time before you, you can sacrifice some of your time to give me, and I come back and respawn.
Yeah, and like if I die, like health wise, you can go up and res me, but you're giving me like half your time.
Yeah. So it's a pretty cool management system there because you're like, I only have X amount of time. Do I risk it and get another player to help me, or just run at this on my own with the extra time I have because I can explore more and get more upgrades or curses, whatever currency you want to use. But I don't know. I had fun with it. We haven't gone back to it, but that sit down, we played through it, and once my eyes were like, "You need to stop," I'm like, "All right."
Yeah, but I enjoyed it overall.
Aesthetically, I think Randall would definitely like it. Very vibrant and
it's like Katana Zero visually, but kind of more amped up with that kind of style, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so Katana Zero if you were on speed.
Yeah, so imagine Katana Zero in Hotline Miami, but you also just pop some LSD.
and the effect just kicks in later.
Imagine underestimating a pot brownie, and that's what this game is.
There you go. That's a pretty good way to sum it up.
I don't know. Still think you should take the pot brownie before you play.
You know what? I think they would probably enjoy it more.
Looking at it though, you should probably not drop acid on it. That would probably freak you out.
Yeah, like it's a lot of things happen, and then when you get into a room where there's like a bunch of enemies or there's like a boss and things are moving quickly, you'll probably just have a heart attack. So yeah. But besides that, I recommend giving that a shot. I think it was on sale. That's why I ended up grabbing it for Brian. So, and I think there's a sale coming up soon, so it might go on sale again. The autumn sale or whatever, the
Lunar New Year or whatever.
The lunar. Why say autumn? The Lunar New Year one's coming up, so this might be discounted again. And that's about it for that.
Speaking of I just think's coming out. I'm getting more worried the closer we get to the end of this year because they still haven't said if the new Guilty Gear's coming to PC out at the same time or not.
I mean,
That's one of the games.
that gives you more time to play Cyberpunk and Witcher.
Well, they said no. The game comes out late, like late this year. So
Okay.
I would, assuming I've already bodied all that by then. I just want. I don't know. That's one of the games that I went into this year thinking, like, what games am I gonna set ball out money to the side so that I can get them? And one was Cyberpunk, I already pre-ordered. The other was Guilty Gear, and then the third one was Diablo, and I don't think Diablo's coming out this year. I thought it was closer to launch.
No, they're not even close.
So now I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do.
We just replay Cyberpunk in hardcore mode.
I want to get Pokemon Shield once the second DLC drops, because they're adding like raid, like co-op dungeons and raids and stuff.
Ah, that's new. Unless they
there's a bunch of stuff they're adding. No, they added a bunch of stuff. They're adding a bunch of stuff for the game. For $30, they're giving you, instead of doing what they usually do and disrespect you and just release a third version of the same game. So like, you know how red and blue had yellow. They're just giving you a bunch of new content for $30, and then they're bringing back old Pokemon along the way, and then doing new stuff. So, you know, they have like region-specific versions of Pokemon, like the one like what the hell's his name? Shit. Alolan Pikachu or Raichu, how it serves.
Yeah.
There's like a Galarian Articuno. Like legendaries have different versions now.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
Yeah. And it's only $30 for like the whole pass, so once that comes out, then I'll get it and then grind it out.
That'll definitely take it the rest of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, because those games are RPGs, that's not something you, unless you just beeline a store and go, oh, I'm done.
I'm not even there for the story. The Pokemon games, if they took out the story completely, I wouldn't be like, there's something missing. I'm gonna catch Pokemon, grind it so that the next gym leader I can beat. In Pokemon X, the last one I played, with Ivysaur, I beat the fire gym with a Razor Leaf the whole way. That's all heavily grinded.
Were you like level 83 and they were like 17?
I was like, it showed like similar levels, but I guess I just had better stats. I was like only ahead by like 5 or 10.
Oh, you forgot to disable your Game Shark.
No, action replay.
Oh, action replay, my bad. We don't mess with the shark.
Yeah, that's the only tangent I had.
Kelsey, give me an update on that Krav Maga since you mentioned it earlier.
So had my second class because I fucked up my schedule last week and went at the wrong time.
What a bitch.
On the Thursday. But Krav's going pretty well. I'm sore as fuck all over. But
that's a feeling of progress.
It is. Like, it's one of those things that like I really honestly hate working out. But once I'm like
take
there
that back, you fuck.
Once I'm actually there and doing it, I enjoy doing those things. And I think the reason I like Krav so much is because it doesn't really feel like working out.
Take it back.
I don't like working out if it's alone.
You're just smiling like you hadn't said to take it back.
Because I'm naturally competitive, so if it's just me there, I'm like, yeah, I'm the best. But then if I'm working out with Anthony, and he doesn't,
he's not even fucking close to the best.
What are you talking about? Do you remember that one time?
That's why I like Krav, is because it's one of those things where like my first day I met somebody who was my size, like, and that's not something I really had when I originally was going there all the time. And he saw me, and we instantly became friends because they're like, dude, we finally have somebody that we can punch or we can like push around, and they'll push back. You know, because it's really frustrating when you go and you have like, you know, you have these girls that are half the size of Johan, and you know, what are you supposed to do? I can't sneeze in their direction or I'd kill them.
Those are facts. Those are facts.
You know, and then a lot of the guys are like that too. They're all like, I mean, they're fit, but they don't have there's no base to them. You know, it just looks like they all skipped leg day.
Oh shit!
So anytime
shoot.
you throw a kick or you punch at them, they just kind of are going all over the place.
Is Krav? Are you barefoot when you do Krav?
Yeah.
Nope.
Brian, what do you think happens in a fight when someone just takes off their do you just shake their hand immediately?
If someone were to take off their shoes, no socks,
Yeah.
gun. That's it, dude.
Oh, okay.
So what? I mean, you could show up with socks if you want, but you'd have a lot more.
Someone's foot touching me. I don't like feet.
Oh, you're talking about the other person.
Yeah.
You don't want the...
Kelsey was
like
doing some mathematics just now. He's like, wait, what do you mean?
Yeah, I thought he was talking about how he doesn't want to be like running around on the mat and things barefoot because everybody else is on there. But like, I mean, dude, when we're done, I mean, all of us are just soaked.
Yeah, you are.
You're doing like grabs and wrestles and all sorts of stuff.
What type of class is this again?
It's an eyes wide shut class.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is even worse.
You guys get Brazilians
just
before
rolling
you
around on the ground with the person.
You know what it reminds me of? You know what I'm thinking, right?
Yeah.
I want to hear this.
Do y'all have night classes?
Yeah. I mean, I go 6:30 to 7:30.
Oh, so it is at night.
It's a night class, dude. So
And
he's in the real class. Art of self-defense.
Yeah.
So when the class is over, do y'all have like a cool down moment?
What do you mean? Like when class is over, you mean?
Well, you like cool down. You massage your sore muscles and.
No, just say good job, clap, and then bail the fuck out.
You guys should have cool down sessions. You need to watch The Art of Self-Defense. It's a movie.
Okay.
Oh my god. All right. Now that we just completely derailed your story. Go ahead.
I mean, you should, like, if you think it's like, so let's see. Yesterday we worked a lot on ground movement, like being on our backs and having somebody that's over top of us trying to.
Randall, don't ever fucking say behind me when he says we're on our backs. Don't you ever do that to me again.
You should see if you guys think that's dirty, you should see the guys that do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
You said they get Brazilians before they do Jiu-Jitsu?
Yeah. And so they're wearing their gis, and the entire class, they're literally just doing nothing but grappling each other and rolling around on the ground.
You
just
enjoy that,
sweating
Randall?
everywhere, kissing each other's necks, like
they're what? Oh, you're not throwing that just in there. They're doing what? They're doing what?
Sweating everywhere.
After that,
they're rolling around on the ground.
Oh, okay.
Just fucking, and then they.
Oh shoot! So you got a new sparring partners. How'd that go? You guys like suplex each other or what?
Not yet. No.
Okay.
I mean, but it is one of those things that it's like super nice to have somebody that I can like push around and get pushed back by.
So is it one of those things you'll have a day to practice grapples and throws, or is it just you guys free form kind of?
It really depends on the instructor that shows up. I think tonight, if I had gone, it would have been more cardio based, and then, let's see, Wednesday. I don't know the guy that does Wednesday. Thursday's the advanced class, and I think the same guy that does Monday does Fridays. But I don't honestly know yet because I haven't been to anything but the Monday class. And then on Thursdays I'm going to start doing the Muay Thai kickboxing if I can show up at the right time.
Oh, but hear that, Brian? He's gonna be hitting some tiger shots in a sec.
I'm gonna make them not look like shit.
Never. Let me just stop you right there.
He's not gonna have a scar on his chest.
You know that I don't already.
Okay, well, I'm trying to help you here, but.
Well, I mean, so that uses the scar to make his next DP stronger. So
he's a liar. He's just
DPs consistently.
That's just to scare his minions. They're like, oh, you got a scar there, and yeah, I'm sure with an LED bulb he has in there. It's a fake scar. Anyway, Randall, I heard you were in pursuit.
Wow.
Was it hot?
Okay. So this is Liam Neeson.
What is this? Is
Neeson,
Liam Randall?
Neeson.
We have yet to say the name of the thing. What is this?
Cold Pursuit.
Okay, cool. It's the one when he's out there in the ice mountains and got it.
So the story is basically that his son was murdered by this drug overlord, and he goes on a killing spree. That's pretty much the movie.
That's it?
Yeah.
So Taken?
Yeah, except for he doesn't get his child back at the end of the movie.
So this one, the child's life's taken, and he's like, "Well, I'm taking everyone else out."
Yeah,
got it.
But the difference, though, is that he doesn't. He doesn't have a particular set of skills in this movie.
Oh, he's just
a regular. He's just a regular guy.
He's just like, I got my 6-shooter and I got Keith.
Yeah.
All right, and he just sets out.
I want to see Liam Neeson in a rom-com.
Yeah, we have.
Name 12.
Batman Begins.
Oh.
He falls in love with Batman. He brings him into his home.
So how's this movie?
That's pretty much what it is.
He just explained the plot. I know the ending already.
Yeah, but did he like it or not?
It was
a thought.
It
wasn't underwater.
Yeah, I would definitely watch Overwater over this.
You mean underwater?
Underwater. I would watch Underwater over this.
Yeah, I would definitely overwater it.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it was alright. It's not wasn't that great.
Wasn't that great? Characters was just Liam Neeson and a bunch of lackeys getting killed?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, even the acting was, the acting was terrible.
Oh, Buck from Call of the Wind is probably doing a better job.
And I'm not usually a person who says that because I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen that many movies where the acting was obviously terrible to me. But this was
one time.
This was really terrible.
It was terrible.
Like the main antagonist, he was. I mean, I have nothing against anything against the actor himself because I don't know him. This is the first time I've ever seen him in the film, but it was his acting was cringy.
It was cringy?
Yeah.
You.
Liam Neeson's was?
No, the antagonist.
Oh.
No. Liam Neeson was Liam Neeson.
Okay. Oh, so he wasn't even acting. He was there reading lines and shooting people?
I mean, he had some lines, talked to some people on the phone, killed some people, the usual.
I thought you were going to say killed them on the phone.
No.
All right, so I guess we can just move on then, because doesn't sound like that you're too enthusiastic about this one.
There isn't much to say about it. It's just him in the mountains killing people.
But not in a cool way or any creative way.
No, because he doesn't have any
set of skills.
Yeah, he doesn't have no military background or anything like that. He's just a regular guy who
he's got a truck. His
job is to plow the snow so that people can get from point A to point B. So he's responsible for making sure like the path is clear.
So he plows?
Yeah.
Mm.
And
yeah, he does. That's how he got the kids.
This dude.
Well, he don't got them anymore.
And of course, because he's out there in nowhere. He's just like killing these bodies and dumping them off of a waterfall.
He said killing these bodies, and I'm just imagining he's running up to an artwork, like a corpse, and then he shoots the corpse and just dumps it. Was it Liam Neeson that was just fighting wolves for 3 hours in another movie?
Yeah. That was what was the name of that movie?
The Gray or whatever.
Yeah, The Gray.
That movie was so dumb. Like, I watched it because it looked like it was gonna be like this epic, fight for your life type thing, and it just was terrible.
I saw it one time. I don't remember it.
Yeah, so basically he's a
wolf
like a
whisperer.
hunter. And well, he's like a hunter, and he is a bodyguard for this
Or another wolf.
like camp in Alaska or something. Okay, and like his whole job is to make sure that he understands. I missed it. What happened?
You said he was a bodyguard, so I asked you if he's bodyguarding another wolf.
Why is that fucking funny to me? Go ahead.
And they're like, they're like in the middle of Alaska or Antarctica or something. I don't know. And this group takes off on a plane. Something happens. The plane crashes. And then like he and like 10 people survive. And the whole plot of the movie is that they're trying to like get away from these wolves, and everybody's just getting picked off one by one. And this alpha like shows up and shows his presence and sends a message to them by sacrificing one of his own. And like they're like running and running and running, and then at the very end, the whole thing he's talking about is that they need to get as far away from the den as possible. It turns out they're just going the wrong direction, and he runs right into the den. And the ending is just him, like he's got like some glass bottles, or I think he's got some glass bottles on him, and he wraps his fingers in some like cloth, breaks the bottles, puts the glass on the cloth, and then like gets ready to fight the wolf. Because I mean, he doesn't have any. He's not gonna make it out of there alive. Like he's literally surrounded by wolves, and then the alpha's there, and he's like, "Let's fucking do this," and then the movie ends, and it's like, what the fuck did I just watch?
It ends before the final like fight.
Yeah, before the fight, you just assume that he dies because there's no way in fucking hell.
Doesn't he kill? I think he kills one of the wolves. I don't know if it was the alpha or not. I just know like there was like one wolf that was right behind him that he was leaning on, that he had killed.
So he kills a couple of them in the movie. Like one.
No, I mean like at the end. Like at the end when he's doing all that glass stuff and wrapping his hands, there's like a wolf that he's like leaning on that's behind him just before the movie ends that he had killed previously.
I don't honestly remember. It was so dumb. Like I couldn't believe I wasted my time watching it.
The best, honestly, that I can remember, the best part of the movie is when the alpha shows up at the beginning. Like, first of all, it's the biggest wolf I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And then it's like the way they shot it, it was like very intimidating because usually wild animals are afraid of fire. So this part of the movie happens at night, and I can't remember if he like pointed the gun at the alpha or he like pointed maybe like a stick on fire or something like that. But instead of it backing up, it just kept growling, and then it starts to move forward. Like
it was like fire don't scare me.
Yeah, like I'm not afraid in the least little bit. To me that was probably like the best part of the movie. Everything else was trash.
That's unfortunate. A bodyguard with a dog, dude. All right. Let me get through my two real quick. Let me quickly run through Selena Gomez. Okay, I did not like that sentence at all. I'm gonna review Selena Gomez.
Why don't you do 1917?
Because I'm saving the best for last.
Yeah, but isn't that a long movie? I'm pretty sure you got a lot to say about it.
That's why he's saving the best for last.
Just get to the meat, man. And leave the little trinkets for later.
So Anthony, rarely we hear anything about Selena Gomez.
So then she releases it called Rare, dude.
It's he today.
Yo, he's got it today. It's gonna be quick, Randall. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I was interested in listening to her album because that one single she dropped last year, the "Lose You to Love Me," I loved the instrumental and I like how it just sounded. and with headphones. It sounded very full. Sounded with the fake choir thing she had going on. It sounded great. So I took a listen to her album here. It's a pretty average dance pop album. A lot of dance instrumentals. Choruses were not a lot of them were catchy. What happened, Brian?
You said it's standard dance pop album. So then you said, in my head, you're gonna say it's a lot of dance and a lot of pop. And then in my head, that took me to Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, that one skit.
Oh, there's a lot of bow bow.
A lot of bow bow.
Clearly, it was lacking in cowbell, though.
It was actually, but they had some like instrumentals that I'd like. If she releases the instrumental or her producers release it, I could definitely listen to it. The writing with some of them were actually pretty good. The relationship songs for the most part. There's some tracks that she's I don't know if maybe Julia Michaels helped her write or whatever, but it sounds like a very Julia Michaels type of track. A couple of them are on there. Even some of her, like the way she has some melodies or flows through a song. Even that single, the Lose You to Love Me, whatever, there's parts of it where I'm like, that sounds like a Julia Michaels song. But yeah, besides that one single and maybe another track on there, the ones that actually made it to my library, the rest were like, I didn't hate them. They sounded great. I don't know. I don't have the verbiage or the technical wording to be like, hey, it just sounded great. All of it just sounded great in my ears. Some of the choruses were just repeat words, and I hate when they just repeat words for who knows how long, unless it sounds cool, but it doesn't. But yeah, that's it on that. I think it's right like a down the middle dance album with great instrumentals. That single she dropped was pretty dope. Randall's out here editing mid. What's going on?
Plenty of fish, dude. He's setting up his next Brazzers interview.
Oh, he's adding. Oh, he saw something. Morbius trailer. Before we get to Morbius, let's talk about something that's already out.
Ooh, tell me, King.
So this movie was released early December. No, not early December. December 25th in select theaters, so they can make the cut for, I don't know what, maybe the Oscars or whatever the hell it is. And didn't come out. I thought it was a nationwide release. It wasn't. I was really sad. And then I've come to realize I don't have to wait long. January 10th is when it comes out. We skipped to that Friday. I end up super sick, so I couldn't do anything. Then the next day, I left to hang out with family for 2 days. Then I came back Sunday night, and I'm like, nah, I don't have time to do it today. So Monday, yesterday, as of this recording, I finished my gym. Was eating at Fresh Kitchen, shout out Fresh Kitchen, and checked my Fandango, and I saw that I had $5 credit I could use. So I'm like, is there a movie that's out? And I'll open it up, and my stupid face was like, oh, 1917 came out. Yes. Luckily, the next showing was 20 minutes. So I bought it and waited patiently with a stupid look on my face going, I hope this isn't Dunkirk. I hope this isn't Dunkirk. I hope this isn't Dunkirk. I am here to relieve everyone of the suspicion that it's Dunkirk. This is now the closest thing to Saving Private Ryan in years.
So is it your number 2?
This has risen up
over
so far above all those movies we talked about in our top 10 movies of the decade.
Wow.
If I would have saw this December 25th, this would be at the top of the list.
Yeah, but what if it came out the same decade as
Easy
Rush Hour?
Came up like number
Rush
1.
Hour.
Was it
Rush Hour
miles?
this movie?
Was it miles against ahead of everything else?
Randall. I mean, granted, take this with a grain of salt. I watched it yesterday, so the hype train is still there. But boy,
okay, which is better, this or Stadia?
This is better than Stadia.
Hello?
Jeez.
He's calling all the executives. But let's get serious here, though. Yeah, 1917.
Was it really all one shot?
Randall, let me get there, right? I have a lot to say here.
They had a really cool shot of the guy running through the battlefield. That was a single shot.
I heard Poe Dameron was in it.
And Cumberbatch.
He said Poe Dameron, Randall, not Oscar Isaac. He said a Star Wars character was okay.
But I know who he was talking about.
No, I literally meant.
No, he said he meant the character.
About the characters. I thought he was referring to the
Oscar
actor.
Isaac. No.
No.
Plot is very simple, but that simple plot is what's constantly moving the movie forward. So, a kid gets called in to talk to the general, our captain. I'm sorry, I'm really bad with the rankings.
Higher rank.
And he's told to pick one person to go with him. This is the kid. His name is Blake. His last name, I mean. And then the kid and the guy he picks is Scoville or Scoville. I don't know. They're English, so I don't know. They're a bunch of blokes. Anyway, they go to the general and they tell him tomorrow at dawn, said platoon or army, whatever, is going to advance on some whatever. The thing is, they know that the Germans, it's a trap, and they're running into their own death. 1,600 people are going to run into that and die because it's a trap set by the Germans, and they're going to all die.
How was it a trap? Is it like they outnumbered or something?
It had aerial footage of them backing up, but they had they're making it seem like they're retreating. So then they're going to push a bunch of people and then swarm them.
Okay.
And flank them. So, Blake's brother is among those men. So he tells him, you need to get to your brother and the general and tell them to stop, don't push forward. Because 1,600 people's lives are at stake. You are dismissed. And the movie begins. And to answer your question, Randall, yes. It is shot as if it were one shot. Like Birdman. Mm-hmm. There are sections where you can be like, they could have cut there. Mm-hmm. They do it, the cameras put the cinematography. Oh my God, dude. Hold on, I'm about to cry.
I get what you're saying.
How hard are you right
like
now?
They might go past a dark part of the room into the light, but there's no camera cut. So because it went from light to dark, they could have cut there.
And I wish it was that boring. All right? They do creative things to make it see, like, they'll just, in the middle, like, maybe an object runs around, and you're like, that could have been a cut because it's so close to the camera.
Uh-huh.
But it's the battlefield. As you're, I don't even know where to start. Everything I want to talk about. So, yes, it's all one shot. It's stitched together like it's all one shot from the first frame you see of that movie. Mm-hmm. To the very last. It is like if you were playing God of War. Mm-hmm. The camera does not go, oh, hey, I'm talking here. Reverse shot. The guy's talking. The camera's positioned creatively throughout the entire movie. So you're not bored. You're like, oh, I'm seeing the same shots over and over again. Mm-hmm. There's a shot where the guys are, it's following them to a small pond, and they pick one way, and the cameraman, which is you, the audience, I'll explain what I mean in a second, take the other way and just continues to watch them, and then they'll meet up at the end of it. Yeah. Things like that. They're going through a bunch of like a small little garden filled with like white, I think they're called cherry flowers or something, but they break out of formation because obviously you don't want to be packed together when you're moving forward, and so does the cameraman. So there's one of the guys, some flower, the next guy, some flower, the cameraman. And
so it's almost like the cameraman is one of the soldiers.
Thank you, and that's what I'm leading up to. This movie, you feel as if you were there with them the entire time. That entire run to the general, and it doesn't let go. As soon as you're dismissed and you start that route, it does not stop. And I don't mean like pump high octane pumping grenade. No, it's tension. I jumped in that movie like 5 times. In terms of music, maybe when they're talking to other like ranked officers and they're getting debrief, you'll hear slight music that I guess they added.
Music.
Yeah, and then from then on, it's when they're in a house and they're trying to clear it or something. It is dead fucking quiet.
Yeah,
it is. You hear them. You hear their footsteps. You hear every reverb from them. It's as if you're there. When gunshots go off and the camera's right next to one of those things,
it sounds realistic.
It's not John Wick loud. It's like yo, there's someone shoot this theater up.
Yeah,
they use it as like distance instead of just
everything's
loud for no reason.
Yeah, it is audio fucking fantastic. Cinematography, there's shots on there. There's vibrance. Like it's not like Saving Private Ryan where everything was just brown. To be like, oh, this is gritty. No, there's gritty parts in this. And then there's parts where they're showing like the environment, the terrain back in 1917 when the world wasn't destroyed by our toxicity, and it's just vibrant. This movie looks, sounds, feels great from beginning to end. It just.
But.
Huh?
Got him.
Anyway. There's some small comedic, like very small, like 1 or 2 lines, some funny stuff happening in the beginning to get a feel of what these 2 characters are like, because you're gonna be with them through the entire movie, because you're one of the guys now. Do you care for these guys? By the end of this, like, it gets real. You'll see some people, you'll be like, oh, I like that character. They meet along the way, and then you'll lose characters on the way. And boy, does that hurt, because they don't have time to grieve. They need to accept it and move on. And it hit because you're still thinking about. You see them thinking about what just happened as they're still traveling on, and then you start thinking about it, and then it hits you right in the heart. It's great. I cannot recommend this more. And again, the simple plot is get here by dawn, and you're just you're with them the entire time.
You compare it to other movies. How do you compare it to Band of Brothers?
I don't. What do you mean? Not the same, because there's so much.
Well, a lot of it. So Band of Brothers is just that, like you follow like a squadron or whatever. Is like the camaraderie shown better in the movie or in the show?
Yeah, it's only 2 guys.
I think there was more people.
They run into it because they need. I mean, you have to also keep in mind it's a 2-hour movie. The distance they have to travel is more than 2 hours. So there's 1 time jump, 1 or 2 time jumps, but I can't tell you why it happens.
I was about to ask if it's shot as if it's seamless. Mm-hmm. How do they do a time jump?
Like I said, they don't do it boring. It makes sense. All of it makes sense. The way that the time jumps will make sense because again, you're in there with them. And when this specific thing pops off, you're like, "Oh, shh!" And then it happens. It is done very well with such care. I'm sure this was not easy to put together. I loved it. It was literally, hey, Anthony, I know you love one-shots. I know you love World War II or World War epics. Let me beautifully put them together. It is great. Like there's no way, I don't know what's coming out this year. I don't know what I'm going to watch this year. There's no way it's going to top this.
Or 1918.
Yo, if 1918 comes out this year as well, then maybe. I love this movie.
Movies have just been ruined for him for the next decade.
For this year. Like this is January we're in, and this came out. Well, technically it came out December 25th for limited theaters, but this would have been a great way to end 2019.
And you fucked it up.
And I fucked it up. I wasn't near any of the
Could have started the
theaters.
new year fresh, new decade, everything.
No,
now it's all downhill.
Yeah, now
what
it's just what am I going to watch?
From here?
Birds of Prey? That's what I got to look forward to?
You didn't answer my question, Anthony.
What's up? I'm sorry. Was it like Band of Brothers? And this is more intimate.
1917?
Oh.
Or Rush Hour 1?
1917, Brian.
Or Rush Hour.
Oh.
You can take a minute to think about it.
I got you. Hold on. I'll take a minute. It is 1917.
Rush Hour. That's what I thought he said.
All right. Like, this is like...
So this is your new number one movie?
I think it might be. I have to, like, dwell on it. But Saving Private Ryan was at the top for like... I haven't felt this way since Saving Private Ryan. It has huh? You didn't like Saving Private Ryan?
No, I love Saving Private Ryan.
Oh, I'm like, what? That's a different conversation to have here. I'm like, what didn't you like about it?
Just trying to rile you up.
Isn't it interesting that both of those movies are war movies?
Yeah, because war movies is when true sacrifice and true brotherhood happens. When you're in the shits, those movies showcase it in the best ways, and this movie does that with literally two characters. Like, and you even meet other characters on the way, and this movie gives you a visual guided tour of how shit war is. Like, you'll see people like climbing over dead bodies, and the camera's just panning along with them the entire time, or as they're panning, it goes upwards, and you see the massacre that's left behind, or an abandoned like mortar site with just shells on the ground as they're traversing through it, and when they had to get through like this huge field full of just explosive holes like pots and stuff because the war just happened. And the sound of like them pulling barbed wire real quick so you can hear like the small creaking as they're trying to get by stuff. It's grounded in a way that's like you're literally there. That the choice of having it one shot takes this movie miles. I have nothing but good things to say. Maybe once I think about it more, I'll have something like, oh, that's weird. Like the sound of them slipping on mud as they're slowly trying to not get found by who knows what, because we don't know what the hell's happening because they're marching through enemy lines. They're trying to get to the place by going through enemy lines. So anything they see, they're cautious. They're taking their angles. And keep in mind, 1917, they had these huge, stupid rifles. So they'll throw that up and then slowly try to approach. I cannot recommend this more.
What did you hate about it?
What did I hate about it? Nothing. This movie got me. I laughed. I cried. I cried twice. I was jump scared like fucking 4 or 5 times because the tension does not leave even after like jump scare happens. Like, oh fuck, is everything okay? Is everyone okay? You're looking to see if your boys are all right because they're probably in frame. Or if they're not in frame, you're like, yo, camera, swivel, my guy. What's going on? Do something. It is. Oh, and you learn to hate rats. It's some of the biggest rats I've ever seen in my life. I don't know what they were feeding him back in 1917.
Probably people.
Are they bigger than the rats in The Princess Bride?
No. I don't think so.
Not big.
Oh, you're right. I don't know what else to talk. I mean, any other questions you want me to answer? Because of
audio design.
Okay.
How do you compare it to Mad Max and Quiet Place?
I think it's more of a Quiet Place levels where they live inside most. Unless something's it's to try to be quiet as possible. So a lot of it's like the absence of a lot of things happening or gunshot. Even after a while when something is quiet and you even hear like one of them make a sound because they're moving through leaves or something, you're like, what the fuck was that? it heightens your senses. You're like, you're trying to look at angles before they do to see if they're safe. Like it's easily like you're in it. You want to hear audio cues. You want to hear if you hear if like Germans talking or something. You definitely want to like listen to this with some volume. This is not a movie to watch with like subtitles and like put it on low and like this is something you got to listen.
Do you think that you need to see it in theater like Quiet Place, or is it still enjoyable somewhere else?
I don't know. I haven't seen it. I'm definitely gonna watch it again. When that comes out, I'm not even waiting for his deal. When that comes out in digital, I'm buying that shit. So I see that shit in 4K. I'm watching it here. Like it is definitely a must own. I don't know how it's gonna sound here, but in a theater, I highly recommend watching it. Go in the theater, like right now, after we're done with this podcast, go watch it. I don't care if you got work tomorrow, church, whatever. Go, you know.
And they're just gonna have 6 copies of it, like I do Letter Dragoon.
Yo, and I'll hand them out. Yo, watch this. Yeah, can you watch this? Thanks. Will everybody like it? I don't know, because it's not high octane Mad Max action left and right, but when there's action, your heart rate's going. They can die right now. So
yeah, but I can already tell why Saving Private Ryan is better.
Oh, why do you like him more? I guess since you've seen
Diesel
both.
was in the beginning.
Yeah,
that's it.
This is like just a lot more interest. It's more intimate. It's more.
But was Vin Diesel in it?
No. Tommen is in it. And that's it. That's it. Anything stupid? Okay. I don't know if you guys have anything else, Randall, you want to know? Nah. I think it is my new top, man.
I don't see mine moving anytime soon.
What is it, La La Land?
Mm-hmm.
Of all time?
All time.
Oh, okay.
I still have to watch that.
You watch a lot of things, don't you, Kelsey?
But Kelsey, go watch 1917, like in theaters. I think you have a setup in there you can watch too. But I highly recommend throwing money at this. Like go in the theater, go with a crew of people. I don't know, whatever. Go support it because
we don't have a crew here anymore. Everybody left.
Then FaceTime each other while you watch it. I don't know. Or all of you watch it and just call each other afterwards. I don't know. My final thing is go watch it. Then
before or after Homecoming?
You know my answer. You heard me say this is now my top. Like, I think this is my new top movie, like ever. So, like, what do you asking me? I personally love this thing. And that's all. Like, I mean, we can swap from 1917 to something to calm me down here because I'm still too hype. Morbius. Yeah, I didn't watch the trailer. Before I calm down, let me stay right there with that energy. And it's gonna be quick. I didn't see the Quiet Place trailer until yesterday when I was in the theater.
1 or 2.
What the heck, man?
I know
I sent it to you,
and I'm like, I don't need to see this. I know I'm gonna watch it. It was forced upon me through the theater, and I'm like, wow.
You would have shut the hell up.
That's what I'm gonna say. That trailer got me super hype. I can't wait to see it.
When is it out?
This year. I just don't remember when. Now, Morbius, Randall. You saw? Was there a trailer or teaser or what?
I sent the trailer to this man, and he didn't look at it.
Did you do this right now?
No, when it first came out.
Talk about the 1917?
No, the Quiet Place 2 trailer.
I don't know if Kelsey. I don't know what are you asking him? Kelsey, you look confused, and you're confusing me because you look confused.
I am confused. I didn't hear what he said. He sent a trailer about
A Quiet Place 2.
I got that part after he said it, but I didn't hear that in the beginning.
Gotcha. So Morbius, Randall. I haven't seen the trailer for this either. So
did I even talk about it? Do you want to know?
I mean, Brian doesn't care about trailers, and I don't really. I mean,
Twitter told me every frame. So.
Oh, okay. Then go for it. I mean, I don't care.
It looks good. It's what's his name? Jared Leto.
Yeah, the replicant.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't a replicant.
But he was in Blade Runner.
Vampire dude from Spider-Man.
He was in the second Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
What did you say, Kelsey?
Isn't Morbius the vampire guy from Spider-Man? Like it's the guy who turns into a vampire and then is like a villain for a little bit, but then turns good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he was never really a villain. It's just that he's a victim of his circumstance.
Yeah.
But him and Blade have fought before, I believe.
I don't know. I mean, I know very little about him. My knowledge about him is very limited.
Same.
But yeah, the trailer looks really good, man. I think
Does it show him in his vampire form or no?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, how does he look?
He looks good. Like they even do the same shot that they do from the comics with the over the shoulder back turn thing.
Oh, okay.
But again, I don't really know I know of the character, but I don't know much about his backstory other than him being a scientist and well, not really a scientist, it's like a biochemist.
I think that's still considered a scientist.
But he actually helps people. I don't know.
Oh, take that, scientist. You don't help
No.
people.
I'm not saying it like that. I mean, like he acts like there are scientists who spend time in R&D. Like most of their careers aren't all R&D, but this guy actually like interacts with patients.
Okay.
While he's doing the R&D stuff too. But anyway, he had a rare blood disease, and basically it's like him trying to find a cure for it, and he's running out of time, so he does this last ditch effort to try to cure himself, and it has to involve
Vampirism.
Vampirism,
but go ahead.
Electric shock and vampire blood, some crazy process, and it ends up giving him very vampire abilities like super speed, strength. He can also do what is that junk called?
Echolocation.
Yeah, echolocation. And it's crazy because it's like I don't know for sure if he teleports or if he just moves so fast that he leaves like this trail like Nightcrawler leaves behind him. So that looked pretty cool.
I think he just is super quick.
That's cool.
Yeah.
How long was the trailer? Was it full 2:30?
2 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Is there a release date? I don't remember when.
I forget what it was.
Okay.
I think it comes out this year. I think. Like towards the end of the year, I think. What'd you say, bro?
You missed the best part, but it's a spoiler, so I don't know if I should say it out loud.
Oh, you talking about the end?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I don't know why. I thought you guys were both just messing with me and you're going to say MODOK was in it.
Who?
MODOK.
How'd you guess?
You're a liar. I know you're a liar because I would have. Everybody in my Discord would have been like, your main's in the movie.
Maybe they didn't pick up on it.
Okay.
Maybe it was hitting.
Yeah, his cube was hitting.
Mm-hmm.
What is it called?
Analyze cube.
Mm-hmm.
You know what it is. Like, you know how his lore, you mained him.
I definitely don't know his lore.
Wait, are we talking about Joker?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, can we talk about how that movie has so many fucking nominations?
Joker?
Yeah.
Did anybody see it?
Yeah, we saw it.
I haven't
Was
seen
he on
it,
the
but I've heard-
podcast?
I don't think so. I think he was honeymooning.
Oh, that might have been it. Yeah, we saw it. I didn't like it.
You didn't like it? I've heard like nothing but good things about it, but
the acting is what's good. The movie is bad because it's a good story on paper until they shoehorned it being Joker movie. If that makes sense.
I would not go watch it again. Like, I'm glad I went and saw it, and I'm like, okay, there's some cool moments in here. The subway scene is probably my favorite one. And maybe the apartment.
Say watch it to form an opinion.
Yeah, but nah, I'm cool on that. And then now, yesterday, has like almost 20 nominations, and I'm like
11.
What's happening?
I mean,
So,
that
yeah.
being said, Joaquin Phoenix did do a really good job acting. It's just the movie itself was meh.
Dude, Discord is really starting to piss me off. Just
Yeah, it's
doing
now-
nothing but flickering.
Yeah, same on my end. Let me see if I can swap it back to East. And hopefully that'll fix it for a bit.
So you heard about the what's his name? Alex Dickerson. I can't remember his name. But the director for Doctor Strange.
Oh, they
Oh,
lost the
wow.
director.
Yeah, he's out. So you heard about that, right?
Yeah, something about creative differences.
Yeah.
That Marvel machine, bro. You do it their way or you get out. I'm sure that's probably what happens. Like, yo, I want to try something weird with this. And they're like, that weird don't work with our lore, so bye.
That's what's worrying me about Deadpool 3.
So supposedly he wants to, you know how crazy Doctor Strange is, like the type of villains that he fights, and it's not like criminals, it's supernatural stuff or whatever.
Uh-huh.
So he wanted it to be Marvel's first horror movie. And it's crazy because it's like when they were on the panel and he was announcing it and talking to the audience, that's what he was saying, like, this is going to be Marvel's first horror movie and it's going to be scary and blah 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 whatever. And then Kevin Feige, like, not even 30 seconds like after he said what he said, was like, it's going to be a PG-13 movie, but it's not, I wouldn't exactly describe it as a horror movie. Like, he just pretty much reneged on what he said.
He's like, no, my guy.
Yeah.
He basically comes like, no, he's doing what we want him to do.
Yeah. But I mean, my opinion is that it kind of sucks because I've always felt like the suits, as I call them, stifle creativity. But at the end of the day, they're the ones that's in control, and they call the shots, and
they sure do.
They're the ones that's paying people. But it's just like, I don't know.
It's the government, man.
And they're going to be extra protective on what they release because you know how much money the last 3 phases have made them?
About $11.
Yeah, about 11.
About $350.
Speaking of just straight up dropping, Sony's skipping E3 apparently, Kelsey.
Yeah, they're apparently just dropping out of E3 again. They're not gonna talk about the PS5 or anything that they're doing that's new
At E3. Well, yeah, they didn't go last year, and I don't think they're gonna. I think they're done with E3. They don't need it. They have the state of play stuff now. If they're gonna launch just like they did the PS4, if they're gonna show off the console, they'll have a specific event for it.
Do you know what event that is?
Yeah, it might be PSX or no, because it's supposed to come out next holiday. So yeah, just a little bit before.
So it's supposed to come out this year.
Yeah, this holiday.
What, the PS5?
If I'm not mistaken.
Surprise. I mean, they've been working on it for 5-6 years now, probably longer than that.
Yeah, so I mean,
the question is,
what's the question?
Kelsey, are you gonna get it?
No.
He didn't get this generation. Why is he gonna get the next one?
I thought he said he had an Xbox
360.
I have a 360.
Oh.
I haven't gotten an Xbox One, and I didn't get an X-Bone, and I didn't get a PS4.
X what?
Bone.
An X-Bone.
Xbox One.
That's the first time I've ever heard someone.
There's
an
no
Xbox
way.
One.
There's
the latest
no
generation.
way.
I mean,
Yeah,
I got
serious.
a Switch, but that's because like
Nintendo's always doing their own thing, so like.
Yeah, like I mean, like a Switch is, I understand, is technically a console, but I use it more as like a handheld thing than anything. Because like I mean, I don't mind the handheld stuff because you could take it with you and do stupid shit. You know, I've always been a huge fan of like the Game Boy, the Game Gear, and what else? The PS Vita and all that stuff.
She looks like a teacher at Hogwarts.
Do what?
He said she looks like a teacher at Hogwarts.
She does look like a teacher at Hogwarts. She's fucking nuts. They saw this.
I saw that and the glasses, and I was like, oh my god.
Oh, apparently they saw your glasses for a second.
Oh man. What were we talking about? So yeah, I don't. He didn't get this generation. I don't see why he would get next generation. So
now, I mean, the only reason I would ever think about doing it is for the Final Fantasy VII remake, and even then, I'm probably just gonna borrow my buddies. I'll probably buy the game and just borrow my buddies and play it, and then give him his system back.
If you're willing to wait, like I'm sure by the time all the parts are made, they're gonna release it on PC.
Well, I'm sure I'll buy it then too.
Oh, you're right. What am I talking about?
But so speaking of Final Fantasy, they apparently have delayed it now until April 10th, which gives me 6 days to get it, beat the shit out of it, and then play Cyberpunk.
I think you could probably do it because it's all just Midgard. Is it Midgard?
Yeah.
It's just it's still the first part. Like I love how their marketing is just like,
oh, it's not the entire game?
No, but the marketing doesn't tell you that. It's like, oh, Final Fantasy VII remake, yeah, it's coming out.
What the heck, man?
Yeah, they're basically releasing it in. I think it's more than 4 parts because the first, like, if they were following like the original, I think it was only 3 CDs, but I mean, disc 1 had a ton of shit into it. Like you started off in Midgard, did a whole bunch of stuff in there, and then you left, and you went to the Chocobo Ranch, and then went through the cave, and could do the tower and the Phoenix Tower, and then like a whole bunch of other stuff before you even continued on. And then I think I don't even remember where it ended. There was just a ton of stuff that you could do.
And that's just that's just the first disc?
That was just disc 1, yeah.
I don't think I got past the first one. I got to Red 13 and I got them and then stopped playing.
Yeah, like, this is gonna be quite the release then.
So I mean, I want to say everything that I've read is it's basically just going to be the Midgard stuff, which is kind of disappointing. Which means there's going to be like 19 releases.
Yay! And they'll all be sold because everyone loves Final Fantasy VII.
Well,
and
I mean,
love the new graphics.
It really depends. If the first part doesn't do well, nobody's if like it bombs, then the rest of it's just gonna suck.
It's not. Everyone's gonna be like, yes, the graphics. Look at Tifa, great with all those high definition boobs.
I don't give a fuck about the graphics. The game was amazing, as it was. I still go back and play it.
Yeah, but you're like legally required to do that.
You work for them, my guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, Cyberpunk. I'm like, why did you push it towards closer to Cyberpunk?
It's because they don't know about CD Projekt Red, Anthony.
I hope they better pick up a book.
Shit's gonna be too late, bitch.
The heck?
Anyway,
so we got I think we went through everybody's stuff. Anything else you guys want to talk about before we end this thing? We're at 1 hour and 30.
Fuck GT Goku.
Fair. All right.
I don't really have much else.
Yeah, this is my short and sweet one this week.
How was the was it a baby shower?
Mm-hmm.
How was the baby shower?
Oh, you know, we walked in, saw Robert, give us a good old hug. We laughed. We sat down at the table. We ate.
Never understood the point of going somewhere just to watch a baby shower.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I don't want to watch a baby shower either. It feels creepy.
It is.
So yeah, we ate for a bit. He opened presents. And he was like, all right, baby shower's over. And then we left. We played some games there. We saw Ignacio try to get a bunch of the heck were they, Brian?
Safety pins.
Safety pins out of a bowl of rice while blindfolded.
What?
Yeah, they had mini games there. So one of the games was like, while blindfolded, you have to pick out safety pins from a bowl of rice.
That sounds dangerous.
Hopefully they were all closed.
Yeah, they were. So then he ended up winning with 9, because it's like a certain amount of time. So he did it the way we all think we will do it, is just grab a bunch of the freaking rice and then shake off the rice. He ended up winning.
I'm so upset that there was one we had to guess how many gummy bears were in a bottle.
Yo, we were so far away.
What pissed me off was that, like, they said they were gonna put all the answers like on a paper in a bag and then read to see whose answer was right, but they didn't do that. And on my card, instead of writing a number, I just wrote it's a large, and they never got to see that.
Like I literally saw the lady who was cleaning up tables just pick up the card that said it's a large and just dump it in the trash. And I'm like, well, there goes our comedy, our gold. They ran away with Bryant's gold. All right, and yeah, that's about it, dude. We'll let them know you sent their regards on this weekend, because they're going to Yvette's thing too. So we'll be like, yeah, Randall sends his regards. He could have been here, but he decided he hates all of you. So
wow.
Yeah, so and that's what I said when he said that to me. I was like, wow.
Yeah, I was trying to convince him to come, and he said, "Fuck you and your baby."
Yeah,
that's what he told me when I said I was looking for a roommate.
Yeah, see, yes, yeah, we have a repeating offender here.
No, I got work, man. I mean, I'm not complaining because work means money, and it helps my business grow. So.
Notable releases for the week include Nothing for Games. We got Bad Boys for Life, Doolittle, and Weathering with You coming out this week.
Lawrence looks so fat in the
movie. He doesn't look so fat. He's fat. He doesn't look
I know,
fat.
but it's just really funny because he's always been that like really skinny, not really like fit or in shape, but just
slim,
healthy looking.
Yeah,
just like a slim looking dude. And then like I saw the previews for this, and I was like, what the fuck happened?
Like he's trying to do his own Fat Thor, and I'm just not buying it. Like I'm like,
have you
what
seen
are we
what
doing?
Chris Tucker looks like?
Have I seen what?
No.
What Chris Tucker looks like?
Chris Tucker? No, did he get big too?
Yeah, he's fat now.
Oh man,
really?
What?
He's slim fat, so he's not like
Paul Blart. Yeah,
he's not like Kevin James, but he's fat for his standards.
Yeah, because he was always a really, really skinny dude too.
Yeah, he was out there shooting up blocks of LA,
He's actually in really good shape. There for a couple of years doing those movies.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Without a partner.
Without a partner. So yeah, Bad Boys for Life, we know what that is. Third movie in the series. Doolittle is Dr. Doolittle, but it's Robert Downey Jr. in retirement. And then Weathering for You is the next movie from the people who made Your Name, the anime movie.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's an anime movie, called Your Name. It has to do with time travel-ish, kind of. It's pretty good, actually. I saw it.
You hate it?
And I liked it. It was creative. And then Weathering with You is their next film. I don't know what the heck it's about. It's usually some weird stuff that actually gets explained pretty well. So that comes out this week too. And then for music, we got... Go for a run.
No bad joke.
We got Halsey's new album. We got Mac Miller's posthumous release album called Circles. Halsey's is Manic. And then Muramasa's dropping something as well. RYC, Raw Youth Collage.
I'm gonna listen to that. The goal is like every week I'm trying to do. I've been skipping these last few weeks because I was planning on doing this on the weekends, but we haven't had a weekend. Is like listen to either a song or an album from someone I know. So this week's gonna be Muramasa, and then just a random album or single from someone I have no clue who they are. And so far, I've yet to be able to do that.
An easy way you can do that is in the Spotify artist page. You can see also like, and then
No.
Oh,
I want to go to new releases, and whatever looks like I have no clue what I have no business listening to this. I'm gonna listen to that.
Got it.
Because that's how I found Yak, because their name was funny to me, and I liked that album.
Well, Selena Gomez is on there. You don't listen to her, so
I'm not listening to her. I don't like her singing.
Oh.
This dude's been
Who's this dude?
Chris Tucker. He hasn't been doing anything. I wonder what else he's been doing. The last movie he did was in 2016.
He's been chilling.
Probably doing stand up.
Or that too. I think he was a comic or stand up comic. So, you know.
A lot of people from that generation haven't really been doing much.
A quick question here. It should be quick anyway. At work, someone asked me, Robin Williams or Jim Carrey?
Jim Carrey.
Robin Williams.
What you, Randall?
That's hard.
That's none of the options. Bryant's hacking his way into your answer right now.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna have to pick Jim Carrey because I've seen more stuff with him in it than I've seen with Robin Williams.
Okay.
To me, the only two things that Robin Williams, like, at least from what I've seen, I also haven't seen too much that, or I haven't remembered seeing as much for Robin Williams, but his performance as the genie, obviously, and then I think is it Bicentennial Man when he's a robot that wants to be a human?
Yes.
Yeah.
Those two movies, or those two works, I guess, are the biggest impact.
Oh, you haven't seen Good Will Hunting?
I don't remember.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
I know the
Or
plot
Patch
of Mrs.
Adams?
Doubtfire. No, I haven't seen Patch Adams. I don't know if I've seen Good Will Hunting. Like, I don't remember if I saw it as a kid. Mrs. Doubtfire, I know the plot, but I don't think I actually saw it. And then I don't know what the hell you just said as the last one.
Patch Adams?
Sounds like a dirty sex move.
How about Good Morning in Vietnam?
What was?
No.
Yeah, Good Morning Vietnam. What was the other one you said? Bicentennial Man and what?
Aladdin.
And Aladdin. Yeah.
All right, so then you guys would think that's a pretty good comparison. You're like, oh, that's a pretty difficult choice. I like both. What's it called, right?
Mhm.
Actors. All right. Before
There you
that
go.
question, I was asked Robin Williams or Will Smith.
Robin Williams.
What the hell kind of question is that? Will
That's
Smith?
exactly what I said. What?
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
You will pick Will Smith over Robin Williams.
But what are the terms? Like, who's more funny?
Just if you got to pick one of them, you're picking one of them.
Yeah, there's no context. It's just
Yeah,
that's the point.
That's difficult because Will Smith is actually a good actor and he can be funny.
Ooh.
Randall.
Funny looking.
Besides Pursuit of Happiness and maybe 7 Pounds, what else?
I Am Legend.
Ugh,
You didn't like I Am Legend?
that's not something I'm like.
It was good, but it wasn't like the most amazing.
Did you see
ever.
Ali?
No.
I didn't.
Yeah, you gotta see that. That was really good.
Pursuit of Happiness is good. I mean, don't get me wrong. Fresh Prince was amazing, and growing up with it was great. But like, Robin Williams just kind of stands on his own level. Like you got like Robin Williams, and then you have like everybody else.
Like,
for me, so there's again, I haven't seen all of Robin Williams' stuff, or I don't remember all of it. So it's those two movies. I'm basically pairing that versus Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and Pursuit of Happiness. And I would say they're tied, but if I had to pick one, it would actually be Will Smith.
In Pursuit of Happiness, he did an amazing job, but maybe it's just because I've seen a lot of what Robin Williams has done. Like I love his comedies, like his was it his
fucking
2000
Jumanji?
Yeah, dude. Like, not to mention everything else that we've already talked about. But he had a stand up in 2000 or 2001. I forget which one, and it was absolutely incredible. Like the guy just is on a whole nother level.
All right, then that quit. All right, was not expecting.
I would say that's probably one of the things that he has over Will Smith is that he's an actual comedian. Will Smith is an actor. He's not really known as a comedian. You know what I mean? Like Robin Williams does stand up. Will Smith has never done stand up.
All right, what about like Eddie Murphy versus Robin Williams?
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy. Come on, man. Come on. That's not even a question.
That to me, that's free.
Yeah.
What about you, Anthony?
Are we talking stand up or everything?
Everything.
Remember, out of context.
Robin Williams.
Wow. I think you're just racist.
Yeah,
Robin
okay.
Williams. If it's just stand up, yeah, Eddie Murphy made me laugh a lot more than Robin Williams, so I'll pick Eddie Murphy. When it comes to film,
Anthony.
You think Robin Williams makes you laugh more in film?
He makes me cry more.
Like 90% of everything that Robin Williams does is improvised. Like literally, like 90% of what he does is improvised.
You think Donkey's better than fucking Genie?
Why would you pick that? Why wouldn't you pick The Nutty Professor, which is like hilarious?
Yeah, I saw it once and I'm done.
Okay.
That's not a movie I rewatch.
The Nutty Professor was pretty funny, but
you know a movie I can guarantee you've seen more that's an Eddie Murphy movie than any Robin Williams movie?
Go ahead, I don't know.
Beverly Hills Cop.
Because it's on a rerun.
But do you watch it? You do watch it.
I haven't watched it to this day. You know what I have watched since in recent?
What?
Good Will Hunting.
How many times?
At least once every year.
Okay, so
you want to know what we forgot about, Anthony?
What?
Dead Poet Society.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
You know.
Again, stand up only? No problem, Eddie. Film?
So you think that Robin Williams is a better actor than Eddie Murphy?
Miles ahead.
Yeah. Better actor, yeah, but I like better actor, but I like Eddie Murphy content more.
Yo, you just hit me with that question. Is a better actor? There's a question if he's a better actor than fucking Eddie Murphy? That man said Shrek over fucking Aladdin's genie, dude. Get the fuck out of here, dude. I can't. You guys aren't the only ones though. I know that was for the Will Smith one. Sorry, the Will Smith one. When they asked that question, they were like, "What do you mean? That's not free?" And I'm like, "What?" Okay, there's some Will Smith fans out there.
Since your first question, I've been trying to think who to pair against Dave Chappelle, and there's honestly no one that I can think of that would make someone say the other name.
Yeah, Richard Pryor.
Who's more funnier to you, Dave Chappelle or Robin Williams?
Funnier? So stand up.
Just funny.
Dave Chappelle makes me laugh more. I like Robin Williams when he's in film a lot more than I like him in stand up, and he's funny in his stand up. But it's his theater presence is miles ahead of Eddie Murphy or Will Smith,
I got
dude.
one for you. Robin Williams.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why he's even asking this question. if he's starting off with Robin Williams.
Oh, Gary Oldman.
Robin Williams.
What?
I wanted to hit him with that.
You gotta be on some drugs right now. You're serious.
No, I just wanted to say Robin Williams.
Oh, okay.
You started off with Robin Williams. That's an actual comparison.
I think I'd say Robin Williams because I haven't seen too many Gary Oldman things that I remember.
That's because Gary Oldman is in literally everything, and you just don't know it.
Yeah.
He's that good.
He's really that's that.
The thing with that's comparison's not really fair because like all the other ones have been like he's an actor comedian. It's all funny stuff. There isn't really much that they've done that's like a serious tone. Gary Oldman's spectrum is just fucking massive. He does literally everything. You know, like Gary Oldman is an amazing actor.
So yeah, he's that would be Robin punching no offense above his weight.
Well, again, the only things I remember seeing with Gary Oldman are Fifth Element and
you seen any of the Harry Potters?
I don't remember them any, but I've seen them. Yeah.
He was Sirius Black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, he was minuscule to me in that.
What? He was a major plot point.
I don't remember him being in the movie.
Oh, they said. Oh, that's what you mean.
Commissioner Gordon and the Batmans.
That's what it is. Commissioner Gordon and Fifth Element. The only things I can remember. And
Leon the Professional.
What the hell is that?
An amazing movie.
Everyone, sir.
Okay.
Everyone.
I like the way he says it initially. He's like, "Could you go bring everybody out?" Like it's just real.
Yeah. Everyone.
And then he just like
0 to 100.
Yeah.
Dude. He said, "Yo, you didn't hear me the first time. You're gonna hear me 3 times now."
Yeah, he plays in like literally everything. Lawless, The Dark Knight, Harry Potter.
He was in the Call of Duty.
Yeah, he was in Call of Duty. The Book of Eli.
Oh, yeah, Book of Eli he was in too.
Let's see. He was apparently a voice in Spyro.
That's a bit okay. So we're gonna switch this conversation if we're gonna continue this podcast. Gary Oldman or not Morgan Freeman or Denzel Washington.
Gary Oldman.
Wow, That's tough.
That's a good comparison.
That's really tough. Those are really, really, really 2 good actors.
I'm gonna have to go.
But the thing about it is Denzel Washington is compelling because it's him. He kind of plays the same. It's Denzel Washington in every movie.
Yeah, that's why I chose Gary Oldman. Like Denzel plays, he plays that Denzel is usually one of the front runners. Like he's like either the main character or one of the main actors in the movie, in every movie that he plays, and he always plays kind of the same guy. You know, it's just this very powerful, very overarching character that just takes control of whatever it is that he's doing, and he's really good at it.
He has very good screen presence.
The first movie that came to my head when I said Denzel's name was Man on Fire.
Yeah, I was thinking Man on Fire as well. Equalizer.
I was Remember the Titans.
Remember the Titans. Good. Coach Carter was. Is that him?
I don't think so.
No, that was.
Was that Morgan?
That was Samuel Jackson.
Oh.
What was the one where he's the with Russell Crowe in the cop movie where he's like the bad guy?
Training Day?
No.
I just keep thinking the Nice Guys.
It's not the nice. When you say Russell Crowe, you think Nice Guys now?
Yeah.
Now, shit.
Just let go of the wheel. What?
Yeah, American Gangster.
Oh, American Gangster. That's right.
Where he's just like, the badass mob boss, and Russell Crowe is trying to take him. I think it's Russell Crowe. Yeah, Russell Crowe.
I didn't see the whole movie. I fell asleep.
I don't really know how, but we'll go with it.
Well, we saw it really late, and I was a little kid.
Oh, okay. I'll give you that one.
Before I smooch your neck, dude.
It was made in 2007, and you're like 12, so.
Yeah. 2007, how old was I?
Bryant was.
Oh my God.
Around there. Remember, Anthony, math is not my strong suit. Body and you is.
Oh, yeah. But what if it's math?
Yeah, good games.
Oh, shoot. So yeah, I like both of them. So maybe Gary Oldman, because he does bring a good point. Like he disappears. Sometimes he's like a minor character, but he plays a minor character really well. But I also really like Denzel. So
yeah, like don't get me wrong, they're both amazing actors. I just feel like Gary Oldman has a much broader range and is better at doing the broader range.
Another one I laughed at. I'm going to cut you off here, but they asked me. Yeah. They asked me Shakira or J-Lo, and I laughed and said, I'll take a bullet. Like, I give 2 shits about any of those people, dude.
Clearly, Lil Pump.
Fuck. J-Lo or Shakira. When they asked me, they were probably like, assuming, man, he's probably going to pick one of the... Yo, like, just drown me. Randall, you got to pick? You got an option there?
Between Shakira and J-Lo?
That's it. I mean, maybe you like one of them.
What is the context, though, man?
That's all. That's like.
Are we talking about?
That's all you get.
Music, acting. Well, I don't think Shakira has done any movies, has she?
I don't know. I don't
think she has.
She's in Zootopia.
Yeah, it's true.
She's Giselle.
So I mean, pick them. You could just pick one. You could be like, I picked J-Lo for this and Shakira for that. You know, I don't know.
She's in 27. She's in a bunch of stuff.
I don't know.
27 Dresses. Oh, that's soundtrack. Sorry.
The movie that J-Lo played in that I think I liked the most was that movie Enough. I haven't seen much of Shakira. All I know is that she can dance.
I know her hips don't lie. That's pretty much.
Oh my god! I couldn't believe that question, dude.
Are you the only Hispanic there?
No.
Oh, are there very few of you there?
No.
Guess never mind. I was expecting someone white to ask you because they're like, oh, he's a Latino. That's why they said it.
Oh
Latino.
no, it was a Puerto Rican woman. It was a Puerto Rican woman that asked me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, no, like I'll take a Glock to the mouth, I guess.
Who do you think's a better rapper turned actor, Anthony? Joey Badass or Mos Def?
Yo, Mos Def was good in 16 Blocks.
Mm-hmm.
I think Mos Def is a better actor.
Yeah. Joey Badass was cool, and he had his cool on-screen presence in Mr. Robot. But 16 Blocks, that character had like layers. He had an arc. Like,
what was the name of that movie? With Tay Diggs and Sanaa Lathan. Mos Def was in it too.
I think Mos Def he got into that actor business for a bit. He did really well, I think.
I think he's just an interesting person overall to begin with.
Mm-hmm. Mos Def he is. The heck you laughing at? That was clever. You shut up. You see? I get a round of applause there. Supportive, see?
He hasn't even seen Homecoming.
What was it? What did I said? It didn't slap, but it was better than a golf clap.
Yeah. I like that. That's rhymes, too. He has bars. He's New Year, New Kelsey with bars.
I said that a while ago,
Can
dude.
you just let someone have something? Like, just, for fuck's sake.
Anybody else think Anthony's a bum?
Yep.
And then all of my chats just hands rising up.
Have any of you guys subconsciously thought about if you had anything in mind that you were gonna change this year, or I don't know, kind of like what I was explaining.
Are you asking if we have New Year's resolutions?
I don't believe in the whole New Year's resolution.
That's what they are, Randall.
Okay.
What you said earlier, we started off with, that was a New Year's resolution.
Yeah,
I guess. I don't know.
Mine is to change the number on the scale from a 2 to a 3.
What?
Don't just laugh, my guy. Like, explain.
Is that like all muscle mass or something?
There's no way I could be 300 pounds and just pure muscle. Like, there's just no way.
With that kind of attitude.
Cut to 2022 when the whole camera's just muscle on screen. He doesn't even see the back wall.
Oh man.
Now it'll take a while for that to build that amount of muscle.
Like, the goal is to try and drop down to about 210, 215 pounds.
Where'd the 3 come from?
200 to 300.
Oh, okay. I thought you were okay.
Because I gained a bunch of weight over Christmas, and so the joke is that I went up from 2 to 3.
Got it. I thought you were. I don't know what you were doing. So, okay. So yeah, losing weight. Okay. So you better stick with it. Don't be, because right now my fucking gym is filled with people now that are just, hey, new year, new me. It's time to get fit.
They be going by February, March.
That's why. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy, Kelsey.
No, that's why I'm doing Krav. Dude, when I was doing Krav when I first moved here, I was in the best shape of my life. I was like 212 pounds. I had broken all my records for weightlifting and was just in amazing shape. And that's what I'm trying to get back to.
Okay. I swear to God, if February comes out and you be like, yeah, I haven't been going back, I will throw a battery from here. He's laughing. Like, that's not about to happen. Randall, tell him about the time I threw a battery at you.
Did you?
See? He hit him so hard he forgot.
The only thing I ever remember you throwing was the cup when the water thing wasn't working. That joke was so funny, man. I wish I had been recording it.
I'm sure it was funny from the outside. I was really upset. And that's a kind way of saying what I was. I was fucking pissed off.
Oh man. So anybody else?
Brian, you got any New Year resolutions or whatever? Or I don't know what Randall calls them, so...
I don't know, dude. I just want to sleep for once.
You might have to get the gin out and wish for it.
Oh.
So then Jennifer can just ride you.
Have you been to the doctor about that?
Yeah,
Nope.
He doesn't know me.
Have you tried the newest essential oil?
Cannabis?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, you should try it.
Well, there's your problem.
Oh, shit.
You're not high.
You can go get CBD oil. That stuff works great.
Just
I don't
lather
like
it
the
on your
alphabet.
legs. And no, I don't have one of the. Actually, I have one. Take less bullshit. That's gonna be my New
What
Year's.
the heck does that even mean?
Randall, like right now, you're giving me bullshit. I'm taking less bullshit right now. So stop it.
What are you talking about?
Now you're raising your voice at me. That's louder bullshit.
Okay.
You better stop him. It's
Stop.
2020.
All right, it's 2020, New Year, new me, less bullshit. All right.
What does that really mean for real though?
Yo, you're giving it to me again. Don't ask me questions. That's bullshit. Literally, don't even look at me. Don't fucking say my name. That's what the bullshit is.
So you want to be left alone
All
in
right.
2020 is what you're saying?
Fuck out of here, Randall.
Yeah, that looks like an elevator.
Here we go. The bullshit again. I think that's it, gentlemen, unless you have other comparisons or whatever's. Does that satisfy your answer, Randall, or not?
No, it doesn't.
Well, nothing.
I asked you, what does that mean?
I don't have anything, Randall, because I don't wait till I just do it. If I need to change something, I just change it. All right?
Pussy.
Don't call me a bussy.
All right, so what are you at on your list then?
Of what?
Of things that you're trying to accomplish? Or is that a secret?
I don't have a list of things I'm trying to accomplish.
So you're stagnant right now in your life. You don't have anything you're trying to accomplish. You have reached the upper level.
Until I can give myself cybernetic augmentations, I'm at the peak of my I'm a god.
Okay.
Like there's literally nothing stopping me. If I wanted to slap you with this mixer right now, I can.
I'm from the future, so I'm a god.
Oh, I know. Pay off my mortgage. There you go. That'll be that's my list of accomplishments left.
God, wouldn't that be nice to be able to pay off the mortgage and not have
A monthly, hey, you owe us this much money? Yeah, that'd be great.
I'm just gonna suck my way to America's round table.
Okay.
I did pay off most
A
of my
booger
student
almost
loans,
flew out. So much I laughed. What?
I did pay off most of my student loans, so I'm, that's one less mortgage I have every year. Or
You
every
see?
month.
And there you go. You can probably do that. That I don't know, Randall. I don't have an answer for you. I do. Randall,
One suck at a
man.
time.
I guess.
what are you doing?
I don't know. This thing doesn't want to close. I think I broke it.
Oh, you broke your Instagram phone?
No, I broke the kickstand.
Oh, you. I'm like, okay.
Now you can't yank it and scroll through Insta thoughts.
He can't use both hands. He's gonna have to hold up one. And that's about it, people. Talking about holding you guys up here. It's been 2 hours. We've been bullshitting for the last 30. And I told everyone I'm getting less bullshit this year, so
Oh.
I'm gonna let you guys not have a lot of bullshit. So the next episode is just gonna be 20 minutes.
I'm
Yes.
just gonna narrow down my synopsis of what I do to one sentence. If I can fit in one sentence, I don't want you guys to know about it.
Okay.
Fuck nah, I'm done with that.
So Kelsey, what are you doing this week?
Gonna try and actually make it to the Muay Thai class this week.
Do me a favor and make sure to ask them if they know who Sagat is. If nobody there knows who Sagat is, walk out.
Go to another dojo.
Yeah, go to another
Oh.
dojo.
I am getting the lower retainer removed on Monday. It's gonna be nice.
I thought it was supposed to be permanent.
I mean, so I've asked actually several different dentists. Some people are like, after 3 years, you don't need it anymore because the teeth don't move, and then others are like, no, your teeth constantly move, you need it. But I'm gonna get it. I'm getting it removed because I'm tired of dealing with it. And
the fucking range on that. Hey, so yeah, in 3 years you don't need it because it doesn't move at all. Another person's like, yo, it's constantly moving.
Yeah.
So who the fuck do I believe?
Like I was thinking about getting like doing like the Invisalign stuff just to straighten out some of the ones that got fucked up when they put it in. But I'm just tired of dealing with it.
Okay. I feel it. Mine
is
isn't
like
permanent, but
is it like
I
a
have to
pain?
remind this. I'll slap you right in the mouth. Mine isn't permanent, but I still have to put it on when I go to bed, and I don't see why.
Yeah, I had one for the upper. I haven't worn it since I was in like high school.
I'm just waiting, like, when you get rid of it, the next time I see you, just have like evil Ryu teeth. Like, it's just.
Is it a painful process to remove or no?
No, it's just cemented to both my teeth.
Okay.
Or to 2 teeth. And they just have to, remove. I don't know. I don't actually know how they remove it, but they just have to take it off and then grind polish the cement off.
Would you kiss me different?
I'd probably talk different. My whole speech pattern changed when I got it on, when I had it put in.
Good job, Kelsey. How you just went right over that. That's a good job.
That should be all of your guys' New Year's resolution. Cut Anthony's bullshit.
I already tune you out when I need to.
What do you think?
I say, fuck you. That's
so, Brian, what are you doing this week?
I'm probably just gonna yank it. I think tomorrow I'm streaming. I don't know.
Oh, the giggles are coming in, dude.
I don't know what I'm streaming. You guys will just have to find out tomorrow. Thursday, I'm gonna sign up for a amateur weekly tournament for Rivals of Ether with a friend of mine and see how I do with a character I just recently picked up.
You know what your goal should be, Bryant?
Here we go.
Your goal should be to stream on Mondays because I'm bored.
The problem I had before when I streamed on like Monday and then podcast on Tuesday, that when I did 3 days a week on my own, is that I felt like I had no me time.
To yank it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to yank, you know?
So what you're telling me is you're a bitch.
Yeah.
Javi's asking, when are you allowed to play Breath of the Wild? That'd be a pretty good thing to stream on a Monday.
Yeah, but I have to be control still, too. You know what I'll do? You know what I'm going to do? You know what I think I'm going to do? Anthony, you know what I'm going to do?
What the fuck are you going to do?
Alright, guys. I don't know. Maybe I'll feel better about it if I do, like, half of my stream is working on music and then the other half is, like, a game. So I stream for 3 hours usually. And if I always do, like, music for half, maybe either order, and then the other half's, like, playing something, maybe I'll be fine with it. But I just don't like always having to have this bullshit in front of me and I gotta read some chat that barely moves and then I gotta worry about entertaining somebody when I'm just trying to yank it. You know what I mean?
Yo, Kelsey was in the zone when you were explaining that just now, bro. Like, his mouth open. That bitch was like this look. He was like...
I was excited.
Yeah, he felt that, dude. Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, Randall.
What's up?
Since you're not going to the gender reveal, what are you going to be doing?
The rest of the week or this weekend?
Both.
The rest of the week, aside from the obvious.
Yank it?
No. I'm going to work on the vision board. See how far I can get with that. The goal is to get it done before Friday. I guess just work on some more art stuff until I get my my tasking, which I'm gonna get sometime this week, and then start working on the stuff. So I'm pretty much gonna be working all weekend. Well, probably the latter part of this week into the weekend. If I get done soon, probably work on some more art stuff. I might make a video if I feel
of the live nature.
No live. Take live out of it.
Whoa,
I told you I want to do
disappointing.
editing.
He doesn't
I
like
don't know
life.
why we associate with him.
You know you can edit your archives, right?
No, I didn't know that.
I mean, you live stream. I'm literally recording right now.
And then he posts an edited version on
Editing
YouTube.
and editing aren't synonymous.
Yeah, are you sure? Check out my editing.
Oh,
Did
well,
you see it, idiot?
Yeah. Oh, my bad. I didn't come at you correct right there.
But did you call me correct?
Pocket, Anthony. I was out of pocket. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Randall.
That's it.
Okay. I wish we need to start a counter how many times I call you guys' name.
What comes out this weekend again?
Well, Randall, from a segment earlier in the show,
and there was some sort of document where,
and also a fucking document, episode 77, Randall.
All right, let me look it up.
Fucking Bad Boys, fucking for life.
When does that come out?
Do fucking little.
Is that
and
this Friday?
Weathering with fucking you, dude. That's what's coming out this weekend.
This weekend? What did you say?
You have the document open, you could see it.
From the pocket.
That's what's coming out. It's you from the pocket. Oh shit!
I don't get it.
Because you said what's coming out this year.
Yeah,
and he put Randall from the pocket because you out of pocket.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit!
And so, just to make sure, what time next week? What time does this start?
All right, Randall. I hope you're writing down this fucking information. 8 p.m. Eastern. Notice how I gave you the region, so you don't give me that bullshit of it's 8 p.m. in Pacific. And it shows up at 11 o'clock here.
I wonder if Doolittle is actually going to be good. I'm kind of iffy on it.
So now we have a glimpse inside of his inner monologue. This is what he thinks. Welcome.
That's what I was thinking about when I looked at the 3 movies.
To Randall's mind. So what I'm going to be doing this weekend is, unless you want another refresher course of what's coming out, you want to go back and talk about Cold Pursuit?
I have the document right here.
What about Above Water?
That hasn't come out yet.
That's a fucking sequel.
Yeah.
It's going to be fucking bird monsters that come after them.
They already had Above Water out. That was the original.
Oh.
The one where they're in space.
I just looked and the Randall from the pocket's still there, so that made me laugh. I said, I don't get it. You don't get the damn schedule on time. That's what you didn't get.
Ooh, pussy.
So what I'm doing this week is, let's see, tomorrow is Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday. I'll stream something Wednesday. Kelsey, did you want to do what's it called tomorrow? Hollow Reach?
I will have to talk with Shannon and let you know, but if I'm free, sure.
All right, then possibly Halo Reach tomorrow.
When aren't you free, Kelsey?
Do what?
When aren't you free?
Oh, shit. I'll let you guys fight that out later. And then Thursday, he's learning Krav. Or
Wait. Kelsey, do you still stream?
Streaming now.
No. I mean, aside from this.
I haven't recently, no, because I just haven't had. I either haven't been like on in a long enough like segment to actually do anything, or haven't had anything that I've wanted to stream. Because I mean, I've been playing a lot of PoE lately, and it's just not worth streaming it because nobody really cares to watch that.
He said, "Why you telling me to stream, bitch? You don't even do it." That's what he said. This is crazy. You're running out of pocket right now.
It was actually the thought that ran through my head, but I just decided to be nice and answer his question.
All right, thank you, Brian, for that. So on Thursday, I guess I'll do another. Oh, maybe I'll stream, maybe not, because I got to get ready for my departure on the weekend to go find out what the gender of my cousin's baby is.
I thought you did that already.
No, I went to a separate person's baby shower.
Oh, you went to Robert's baby shower. That's
Yeah. Oh, you've met the person. That's right.
So
Robert Prado?
Yeah.
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 The gender reveal is separate from the actual baby shower, right?
I think so. I don't know how
It's
this baby
before.
shit works.
It's before, and then usually they have a shower of babies closer to the baby coming out of the womb.
I wonder how they're gonna do it.
Just-
I've seen like a bunch of creative ways online how people do they reveal.
It's gonna be. Is it a boy or girl?
Yeah, but some like one I seen like this dude do a burnout in a Mustang, and then the dirt that comes up is either blue or pink.
Oh,
I feel like they're gonna do something creative instead of just like, oh, it's gonna be a.
Did they ever do anything creative?
they better. I'm driving over there for it.
What I would do is, like, if I was near a pool, I'd get them all ready, like, for the reveal, and I'm gonna have someone like pretend just be like does something against me just tight, right? And I'm gonna shoot them with a revolver, and they're gonna fall in the pool, and the color of the blood is gonna be the gender. Because he's not actually gonna shoot him. So like, oh, and he falls in the pool, and blue comes out of him. I'm like, oh shit, it's a boy.
Is it a pool full of liquor?
Yeah, and then we dive in.
All right, that's it for this fucking episode. And I think that's it for the week because I'm gonna be out for the weekend, and then I'll see you guys back probably Monday for some stream. I don't know what the hell I'm streaming. And that's it, people.
That's all. That's everything.
Well, yeah, we stretched it to 216
That's disappointing.
in diameter, and this is episode 77 of the ADLR podcast. We ended in a bang. We all look dead. Like we don't even want to. You guys don't have to come here anymore. Like when 8 p.m. Eastern, Randall comes around every Tuesday, you can just not show up. You know, I understand.
This is just how my face looks at this point.
Wait, did you say Tuesday or Wednesday?
It's yo. It was for sure Tuesday for 77 fucking episodes.
Mid cereal, I forgot it was Tuesday, so I just brought it over here.
I was kind of getting worried there. It was like I get the podcast call 7:30, no answer. Usually Kelsey's here on the dot. 7:30 answers. We're waiting for Brian and this one, and then I'm like, okay, no, I didn't answer. I'll wait. 7:50 comes around and I call again. No answer from both of them. And this idiot's over here watching YouTube at fucking who knew.
Hey man, I'm making a vision board. It's important. I honestly didn't realize it was so late.
Oh, we noticed because you came here after 8 o'clock.
It is. Anthony just talked over my joke.
What did he say?
He said you're making a
face.
He said he's making a vision board, and you can't even see what time it is.
Because he's out of pocket.
7:58 rolls around. And at that point, I'm thinking all of you are out of pocket. So 7:58, I'm like, I'm gonna call one more fucking time. If nobody fucking answers this goddamn thing, I'm done here.
Yeah, Shannon wanted to take the dogs for a walk, and we ended up walking slightly further than I wanted to, or expected to, and didn't get back until like 7:56.
It's okay to say that you didn't want to walk that far. You started off with wanted to, and then said thought to, like you were clearing your tracks.
No, we went. She wanted to go on a short walk, so we went on a short walk, and then I was looking at keeping an eye on the time, and then I was like, well, let's just make a right at the next one because I knew it was a roundabout or a cul-de-sac, and then we'll come back. But the cul-de-sac was a little farther down than I thought it was, and so So like by the time we got back to the house, it was like 7:55, 7:56.
You can always go to patreon.com/ADLR plays for a hackathon guide where you can get to my extra life page for 2020. Make sure we hit that $1,000 mark so you know things happen. And then as always, there's a fan mail section. You can send us a hello, a question, a topic, a hate mail, whichever. You know?
Mail.
Yeah, I mean that fires me up a bit. So that's that.
Do you post on Twitter?
Yes.
Every day.
No, not every day, but like, but if I see something like 1917, I tweeted about 1917 yesterday, and advertised this show to come for people to come watch for my review, and then when the episodes go live for podcast services around the world and YouTube, and then that's about it. You know, just random porn I retweet. You know.
Yeah, Bryant told me I needed to get Randall's premium snap. That he was going to appear on it.
Oh, he swapped. He's only doing OnlyFans now.
Oh,
What the heck are y'all talking about?
Yo, Randall, nice try, my guy. I found your OnlyFans. Think I don't recognize that? All right, so we're going to end the episode here. Thank you guys for listening, watching both. I'll see you guys next week.
read what Javi wrote. Read what the bot did and read what Javi wrote.
Oh, snap. That's pretty good. I can probably remove that. I have to double check. All right. Thank you guys for watching, listening. Bye.